Hello children, welcome to iQuanta. Let's take up this set. First, I suggest you pause the video, go through the question, try to attempt. This is an easier set, much easier than the earlier ones. Okay, so now let's look at this. It says 5 friends, PQRST, went to Hyderabad and bought one book each of iQuanta CAT series from among QA, RC, LR, GK and GDP. These are the 5 books. The 5 prices are given 100, 70, 80, 90, 50, not necessarily in that same order. So we need to identify what is the price of which book. After reading the books, each of them sold her book at different price from among 100, 70, 80, 90, 50. So buying prices are given, selling prices are given, but the values are same. You see, 100, 70, 80, 90, 50, 100, 70, 80, 90, 50. Fantastic. The absolute difference between the buying and the selling price of the book bought by any friend is denoted by X. The maximum possible value X is 30. Okay, so if the buying price is 100, selling price cannot be 50, right? That's what it means, because then the difference would be 50 and here the difference cannot be more than 30. Nice. QA was sold at 20 less than the price at which RC was sold. The absolute difference between the buying price of GK and LR was the same as the absolute difference between the buying price of LR RC. With RC having the highest buying price among these 3 books, none of the books was sold at a price equal to its buying price. S sold GK at a price that was 40 rupees less than the price at which Q bought LR. So simple question is a grid. This is called grid. Multivariable grid question, and this is the simpler version of it. How many variables can we see? Name of people, books, selling prices, buying prices, and profit or loss, whatever it is, right? So here we have less space. So what we have done is, first you take a look at the questions. These are the questions. So we need to find everything. Here we have some space, right? I've taken the same data on one side so that we can use this. So just simply create the table. Table can be created taking names of people as header, P, Q, R, S, T. Okay, then we have the books here. Then we have the buying price. Then we have the selling price. And then we have the value of X. Remember, X is the absolute difference between buying and selling price, right? So this is the simple table that we have. Let's try to fill it. So first of all, what you need to do is fill the information that is definitely given. For example, the last one, it says S sold his book GK. So S sold book GK, right? At a price that was 40 less than the price at which Q bought LR. Q bought LR. Q bought LR. So for Q we have LR. Now read it again very carefully. I'll just change the color to show it to you. Sold, so selling price of GK. Selling price of GK, if I say this is A, yeah, and it says Q bought LR, buying price of LR. Suppose this is B. The difference between these two is 40. Now, whatever are the prices, 40 difference is only possible in one case, that is 90 minus 50. Read it again carefully. Difference of 40 is possible only, so you have to take one of the values from selling prices, one of the values from buying prices. There is only one way it is possible. The difference 40 has to be as 90 minus 50, right? So what does it tell us? 40 less. So selling price of GK is 40 less than buying price of LR. So buying price of LR has to be, this is B minus A. So buying price of LR has to be 90 and selling price of GK has to be 50, right? So immediately we put those two values here. 90 and this is 50. Fantastic. Now, if 90 is here, selling price cannot be 90. If 50 is here, the buying price cannot be 50. Fantastic. Very good. So this information is completely used, right? Now, let's read again from the beginning. So one information that we knew, we have already put it here. QS sold at rupees 20 less than RC was sold. Is there anything that we can do? Not yet. Maximum difference is 30. So we cannot do anything as of now, right? There is another thing. If it is 90, the difference cannot be more than 30. So this cannot be 50. Very good. So 90, 50, both are not possible. Absolute difference between buying price of GK and LR. Buying price of GK and LR was same as absolute difference between buying price of LR and RC. RC having higher price among the three, right? So buying price of LR, RC. So what I'll do is I'll write very carefully RC buy price minus LR buy price should be equal to, and this is absolute difference, but it is already saying that RC has to be the highest. See, focus on this. RC has to be the highest, then LR will be lower than this. Then the next information is it should be equal to the absolute difference between buying price of GK and LR. Now, can I write it as GK buy minus LR buy? Is it possible? Because if this is possible, then GK and RC buying price will become equal, which is not possible. All the prices are different. So what does that mean? This is not like this. It will be just reverse of that. LR buy minus GK buy. Okay. LR buy. You have to be careful about the buying and the selling price. GK buy. Right? RC buy minus LR buy equal to LR buy minus. So one thing is very clear, that RC buying price has to be more than at least two of them. So LR buy will be less than RC buy, GK buy price will be less than LR. So that means RC will be more than LR. RC buy price will be more than LR buy price will be more than GK buy price. Right? Fantastic. And LR buy price is already 90. LR buy price is already 90. So RC buying price has to be more than 90. Now more than 90, there is only one value, which is 100. Now 100 minus 90 is 10, and this is 90. So for this to be, difference 10, it has to be 80. So GK buy price has to be 80. 80 and 50, difference has to be 30. Fantastic. Yeah, just check it. So what all do we have now? We have RC buy price 100 fixed. LR buy price we have already put. GK buy price we have already put. Fantastic. Nice. No book was sold at the price equal to buying price, so that we have already used in a way. QA was sold as 20 less than RC sold. We still have no information about RC. Okay. Absolute difference, this we have already used. Is there anything else that we can do? Absolute difference between buying and selling price of any friend denoted by X. So S and Q. S and Q we have already put. I don't see there is anything else that we can do now. So RC buying price is 100. RC selling price cannot be 50 because the difference cannot be more than 30. RC selling price, I'll write the possibility here. RC selling price can be 100. So 30 difference 70. So it could be either 70. Oh, it will be only 70 because you see selling price of GK is 50 already and the available values are, oh, there are others also. Okay. So there are others also. So it could be either 70 or 80 or 90. It cannot be 100, it cannot be same as 100, it cannot be 50. So either 70, 80 or 90, right? So this is one possibility that we have. Is there anything else that we can do? QA sold at 20 less than RC was sold. Now you see, if RC sold is 70, 80, 90, then QA sold price should be 20 less than 70, it could be 50. 20 less than 80, that is 60. 20 less than 90, that is 70. Now this is a very interesting point. Look at this carefully. QA selling price 50 is not possible because already GK selling price is 50. So this is gone. QA selling price cannot be 60 because that value is not available. So this is also gone. So what are we left with? Only one possibility, that RC selling price is 90, QA selling price is 70. Right? So I'll remove other possibilities. So we have RC selling price as 90, QA selling price as 70. Right? Is there anything else that we can do? So RC buying price 100, selling price 90. QA selling price 70. Now what about QA buying price? Can we do something about QA buying price? We already have RC buy price, LR buy price and GK buy price, right? So QA buy price can be, look at it closely, 100 is gone, 90 is gone, 80 is gone. So it could be either 70 or 50, but 70 is the selling price, so QA buy price has to be 50. Fantastic. Wow. QA buy price has to be 50. Right? Is there anything else left? GDP is left, so GDP buy price will be very clear now. You see, look at the buy prices, 100, 90, 80, 50 are gone. So GDP buy price will be 70. So that value is also there. So maybe we were not able to fill the table because we took header as the name of the person. We cannot clarify who has done it. But we have the buying prices very clearly mentioned. Okay, we have the buying prices very clear that RC is 100, LR is 90, GK is 80, GDP is 70, QA is 50. Buying prices are very clear. What about the selling prices? Selling prices would be RC 90, QA 70, LR 90, GK 50. What about LR? LR would be 90, 70, 50. So it would be either 80 or 70. No. Oh, you see QA selling price is already 70, so I can remove 70 from here. So 70, 50, 90, all that is gone. So we have either 100 or 80. Either 100 or 80. Do we have that? No, so there is no clarity. I'll say 100/80. So that's the max that we can do till now. Right? Fantastic. So let's do one thing. Let's go to the questions and check what they're asking. There's nothing more that we can do. Okay. Can we do anything about GDP selling price? Just check that. GDP selling price cannot be 90, cannot be 70, cannot be 50. It will be either 100 or 80. Right. So if this is 100, GDP will be 80. If this is 80, GDP will be 100. Right. So we cannot do anything now. Let's look at the question. If P made a profit of 30 rupees after selling his book, then which of the following books was bought by P? So P made a profit of 30. Then which of the book was bought by P? Let's see. If P made a profit of 30, it cannot be GK. Okay. It cannot be LR because here 90, 180, so the difference will be 10. So it is neither LR nor GK. Anyway, the person is also QRS. So it could be either RC or QA. In QA, the profit is only 20. So it cannot be QA also. Okay. It cannot be RC because RC sell price is 90. So buy price should be 60. 60 is not available only. So it cannot be RC also. So RC, QA, LR, GK, they're all gone. So the only way it is possible is GDP. Right? Only way it is possible is GDP. Right? And how is that possible? Let's clarify that as well. GDP buy price is fixed, that is 70. So GDP buy price is 70, that is fixed. And sell price was either 100 or 80. Okay. So in this case, 30 is possible. If P made a profit, so if I tell you that it is making a profit, so 80 is gone, so 170 is the only way it is possible is GDP. It is not possible for other, right? So it's a simple situation. Now, for each of the following books, the value of X is certainly not the maximum. Certainly not the maximum. So for GDP, it may be maximum. What about others? So GDP cannot be the answer. What about QA and LR? Let's check. QA and LR. QA, definitely 20 is the profit. Buy 50, sell 70. So QA, definitely 20 is the profit. And LR, definitely either 10 profit or 10 loss. So it is definitely not the maximum. Okay. So what we have here is either QA or LR, and hence option D is the correct answer. Right. For which of the following books the value of X was definitely 10? Definitely 10. Right? Definitely 10 is very clearly visible LR. Okay, definitely 10 is LR. GDP may or may not be. Just now we saw that. GDP may be 10, but definite is not there. LR is definitely 10. So option C is the correct answer. What are the profit earned by seller of the book QA? QA we have clarified. 50 buying price, 70 selling price, so the difference 20. So QA is definite 20. Option B is the correct answer. Right, so this was a much easier set as compared to the previous ones. Just go through it once again. I'll just take you through the program details that we have. The primary focus is on concept building, and for which the live classes and the application classes are the most important tools. These are the other parts of the program and many other things as well. To get more information about it, visit the website, contact on the number given on the website, they will guide you. Right? Thank you so much.